So, Ardnahoe Distillery, the new kid on the block. That's what I'm going to say here. Hunter Laing and their family actually built the distillery. So, beautiful, beautiful place. So, what we have here is the distillery that started out fairly recently. They applied for their building permission in January 2016. October 2017, the distillery was under construction and it opened in April 2019. Washbacks, as we can see here. So this is one of the views outside of the window from the balcony, basically. The Paps from Jora in the background, beautiful. I mean, come on, that's the workplace. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that now, does it? I climbed up on a little hill beside the distillery and took this picture myself. I mean, excellent. I mean, what can you not love about this distillery? So you arrive at the parking lot up there. You walk down the little trail here. You walk over to the distillery. On the right-hand side is the distillery, and the left-hand side is basically the gift shop, as well as a cafeteria. In the middle, there's a nice little gap there. Um, Very nice. They apparently did this for a total of 12 million euros, which is or pounds, which is not bad. So, 100,000 welcomes. So I thought that was a great welcome. So this is the little divider that they have when the cafeteria is actually not open. They shove that over. Beautiful. This is what the bar looks like. Uh, wow, a lot of different things. Hepburn's Choice, a lot of other things. This is the view out on the balcony from the bar. I mean, I just can say wow again and again and again. I mean, Islay is beautiful, and looking over there to the sound of Islay, it's even more beautiful sometimes. Gift shops, yes, we have all these different things, merch. So, of course, we have clothing, we have candles, we have jackets, we have jewelry, we have scarves. So, a lot of woolen scarves there as well. And even the jerseys, of course, here for the cyclists. Now, coming to the whiskey, Hunter Laing actually just released a new collection. There, it's the blended malt here. We have Scarabus, which is their Islay single malt peated, which I like in the batch strength. So there was actually umbrellas. Don't know if you can buy them, but there's a whiskey wheel up there. You have view of the mash tuns right out the door. Picnic place, which I thought was very, very convenient and nice. And of course, they had all this whiskey at the gift shop. Why? They don't have their own whiskey yet. It's not ready. It will be ready for the Fischil now in the end of May. They will allow 5 barrels to be tasted, and the talk of the town was that next year maybe they will actually bottle something. Originally it was supposed to be 8 years, and now it's going to be maybe 4.5. So who knows? Maybe 5. A lot of Hepburn's Choice, as I mentioned, so that's all from them. So this is the room beside then the gift shop. This is where we had to wait. Our journey so far, you see actually how the distillery started. The pot stills being delivered. Everything there being built. So you get a little bit of an overview of what's going on there. The warm tubs being installed there. Um, Very, very nicely done. So why is it called Ardnahoe? Because they have a water source that's called Loch Ardnahoe, as well as the place where this was built is called Ardnahoe. And so that's very, very nice. They get the water from that loch. They have, you go over to Islay Port Asgate. You go up, the next distillery is Coile, and then all the way at the top was Bunnahabhain. Here we have the Laing family, Stuart Laing in particular, who did that. So, and then in between Bunna and Coile is the distillery. The first thing we start off with the grist bin. So the thing that you really can't see is now their nice little thing that they have here, the bobby mill. So they have a 100-year-old bobby mill. You can see it through the grating a little bit, but they have a picture on the wall. So they actually found an old bobby mill that they can use, and that's very, very nice. So here we have the wash tun. The grist is transferred over to that. They have enough water there. They do the 3 different mashes, which is exactly right. And then we went over to the tun room, the washbacks. So what we have there are 4 traditional Oregon pine, so washbacks. We do have a fermentation time of between 65 and 70 hours. So they always add a chilled yeast to the sweet clear wort. And that is a very, very interesting process that's going on there. They want a very fruity wash. It is all peated whiskey that they're producing. This is not something that is unpeated, but rather peated. And so, yeah, all washbacks 1, 2, and 3. So, going over here to the next part, what we have here is we can see one of the fermentation had just recently started. The next fermentation washback, the fermentation had basically ended. It was a very sweet, fruity moment. And then the third one was actually just in the middle of bubbling away like crazy, which is good to know. So, now we're going to move over here to Ardnahoe Distillery, Islay. Looks good, doesn't it? So, the next thing that we have are stills. Spirit still and a wash still. The wash still 13,000 liters, the spirit still 11,000. And they actually have here the longest line arms in the industry. Look at that. That's a statement. Don't even try to make longer line arms. So I don't think it was necessary to make it that long, but hey, why not? Here with the Spirit Safe, you actually can take a look at the Sound of Islay when you look out the window there. Wonderful, wonderful job. Purifiers, just like Ardbeg has. Maybe that's also one of the reasons why this distillery is going to make such awesome spirit. So the washback's outside. So a lot of copper contact. So that's that. Good. Our tour guide took us now over and allowed us to try some drams. Of course, it wasn't from the distillery itself. We did try some new make, thank you very much. But everything else was actually from Hunter Laing and from their assortment. We were able to pull different things or choose different things. Now, the walls of the room actually have that wonderful color that's supposed to resemble the inside of a pot still. That copper, a little bit of oxidation going on there. So, now what do we have? We finally have construction site for the warehouses. They have a 3-year-old whiskey and yet no warehouses. They've been storing it someplace else the whole time. And finally they received the approval for their own whiskey, for their own warehouses. Yay, congratulations on that. That is so important. All right, so Ardnahoe is a distillery which I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to trying their juice. Now, I have a video interview with Emily, and she is actually called Islay Whisky Woman on social media, and I hope you enjoy our little interview where she talks about the different brands and the story of Ardnahoe. Thank you very much for watching. WhiskyJason, stay around for the interview. Hi, WhiskyJason here. Whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here today in Islay. Where am I?
Sorry. Should we start again?
That's all right. Hi. So where are we?
Ardnahoe Distillery.
Yay! Very good. Who do I have the privilege of interviewing?
I'm Emily. Nice to meet you.
And your handle online is?
Islay Whisky Woman.
I think that's great. That's great. That's
Not
great.
Irish Whisky Woman.
I know. Ooh. All right. Very, very good. So we have now the nice little distillery here. You've been online for, is it 3 years now?
Yeah, 3 and a bit years.
Yeah, I know.
So if you do the maths, we do actually have something we can legally call whiskey.
Yep.
But we don't have anything bottled yet.
Now, this was the brainchild of someone with the last name of Laing, I think.
Yeah, well done, Laing. Well done for setting it right. Yeah, so the family, there's some pictures just over there of them actually. It's a 3-generation Scottish family. Mm-hmm. They're independent bottlers, mm-hmm. which is why we have lots of whiskey on our shelves, mm-hmm. why we're not having to rush out our own. We've got plenty of time to wait. I say they're just amazing whiskey enthusiasts that have been bottling other people's spirit and had a lifelong dream to just make something their own. So here we are, with the one and only. Mm-hmm. They're very excited. Yep. This month actually for our Fèis they'll be letting the public try Ardnahoe whiskey for the very first time. Okay. So we're very excited. So we're 3 weeks too early. I know, I'm so sorry. Sorry about that, but yeah.
All right, very, very good. So when do you plan to release the whiskey then?
The official answer is When it's ready.
When it's ready, exactly. That's very, very
When
nice.
it's ready, yeah.
Now, I'm just going to pull over a bottle here real quick. The cast strength of this, I actually liked a lot.
It's really good. I'm not a huge cast strength fan
All
usually, but it's the cast strength version is sweet. Have you had the original and the 10?
Yep.
Oh,
Do you like the 10 the best?
No, I like the original the best.
Oh, the original the best.
But I like my smoke. I like it
very,
to have
very
a little
good.
bit of pep. I actually really like the original. Are you going to ask me where it's from?
I was, but I know the answer is going to be I can't tell you.
Well, I genuinely don't know.
Okay. She has her suspicions, though.
I have my suspicions.
Yeah, I'm sure you
What I love about it is, part of the taste is you have no preconceptions. So you just have to come at it with a really open mind.
Yep.
It is very Islay. It's got all of those characteristics. It's a very easy to drink Islay though. So it's a nice introduction. Excellent looking bottle.
Yep.
So very inviting. But yeah, I'm afraid I would be fired immediately if I told you.
No, we don't want that. And you're a sponsor, Whiskey Cast, Mark Gillespie, one of the best guys out there doing whiskey journalism now for over 10 years. Amazing guy. All right, very good. So let's talk about this real quick. Here we have something called the Kinship, which I think is also a fabulous thing. What is this?
Oh, so these are our special bottlings that we do for the Feestshila, the Islay Festival, each year. We actually have a few now because even before we opened, we had a little shop on Islay.
Right.
So that was our first year. Then we've got this, I believe, is the 2019 set in our shiny cabinet out there. We have last year's, and currently being printed and getting ready to be shipped is this year's. Because obviously we are new, most distilleries will have warehouses and they'll bring something very special out that they've made themselves. We don't have something made ourselves, but we do have warehouses with very special whiskey. So that's the set that we release each year.
Excellent. So this is Hunter Laing, just to have it correctly here also said. And is this the only distillery, or was there something else in the pipeline? I thought, well, wasn't there plans? No. All right, good. We won't talk about that yet. All right.
No, so far this is their only distillery. Right. Yeah, I think that they've got the bug now. They are, as I said, they're really enthusiastic. We're very new and shiny on the outside, but our methods are very traditional. They're just...
Talk about the methods real quick. So what makes you so special? I know, you talked about the water already.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So the reason we're here, most people think it's the fabulous view that we have from our visitor centre. It's actually the water source right across the road. Nice, fresh Islay water. As you know, it's very hot, very dry in Scotland. So, but genuinely, if you're relying on a stream or pumping it, it can dry up, but our loch is just over the road. And then it really is a modern distillery, but with back to basic methods. Lots of hands-on operations.
Worm tubs,
and worm tubs, yes. We have wooden washbacks, we have worm tubs, we have really slow processes. The worm tubs are partly about tradition, but they're partly about that really unique flavour that worm tubs give. So in our shop, we have a little kind of worm tub section of, fellow Islay and non-Islay whiskies that have really nice flavour.
All right, very, very good. So what have I not asked that you should talk about and make your boss happy?
Just how amazing our new make spirit is. If you're very good, I might let you have a little prequel. It's the first new make spirit I ever tried, and I love my gin. So I will drink gin neat, maybe just on the rocks, and it is so smooth and oily and really tempting, and that's to do with our long distillation methods, and we have the longest line-ons in Scotland.
Oh, okay, I did not know that. I forgot. All right, very good.
Very long line-on, so it's all about the copper contact. Basically what we're trying to do is to kind of build a bridge between the north and the south. So we're delivering the big peat of the south, but we're also delivering it with the kind of smooth fruitiness, less confrontational flavours of the north. So it's going to be very traditional Islay, but also bring something really new to the market.
Well, thank you very much. WhiskyJason here, and I'm looking forward to our tasting and our tour. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.